do you think ba po naghiwalay yung mga tao, it's just an excuse for them to be close pa din? But imagine if we broke up, wouldn't you wanna keep me as a friend?
Most of the time when people break up, it's a bad breakup. Very seldom is it just like, oh, we just outgrew each other.
Yeah. What if my ex still had feelings for me? Or if you still had feelings for
Then
your
that's
ex?
definitely not okay.
Kunyari, they're civil pero they wanna freaking murder each other. What if you were friends before you dated and then you dated, it didn't work out, and then you separated? Where do you draw the line of it's just a professional relationship, like at work, versus parang it's a friendship na may something, may parang meaning na? Hello guys! Thank you so much again for watching our previous episode where we talked about the truth about dating a celebrity. So welcome to episode 4. Yung topic natin today, a lot of people always talk about this kasi iba-iba ng stance yan. So what are we gonna talk about today?
Should you stay friends with your ex?
So ikaw, my stance muna.
Yeah, your
My
stance
stance is, I think if you're in showbiz, you're bound to work with an ex. So you have to stay friends with your ex, or at least you need to accept that you have to be friends with them. Ikaw?
My stance is just flat out no. Why?
Okay.
Kasi like, I feel that if you're going to date someone and then you're eventually going to get married, diba? Parang what value does it bring to the table or your relationship being friends with your ex? It's not like you're going to have one-on-one coffee time with your ex.
What if like you were really young? Like what if you had a girlfriend at about 13 years old?
Pero I mean kasi like, for me, like as a person, like I don't keep in touch with any of my exes. Diba? Like,
Yeah.
I joke nga like, I throw them into like the shadow realm. Like,
Actually, true naman. You don't talk to any of them talaga.
like as in delete
Kahit
everything.
Facebook
Like
friends.
Facebook, Instagram.
Yeah,
ganun.
yeah.
Because like why open the door? I feel like it's just like that story has ended already.
Yeah.
And for them to move on and for you to move on, parang
Yeah.
even if like I've had good breakups naman
Yeah.
na parang it's just I just don't see the value in it like usually people kasi diba like we have some friends that they're trying to be friends with their ex ganon,
Yeah.
but then they bring back that there's like parinigs you know what I mean, like
Yeah.
like whatever toxic thing that they
Yeah.
had, they end up fighting again or they end up like trying to date again and then they just like break up again.
Yes.
So why not just avoid that completely?
Yeah.
And like as respect to like your partner, parang to you. Ganun.
Yeah. For me, my stance on this is it depends. Like,
Mm.
I guess it depends on why you broke up and it depends on the circumstances.
Mm.
Coming from the background na I'm an actress, in the Philippines, like if you're dating a co-actor or you previously dated someone artista, parang you're bound to meet each other and like see each other. So if you're not in good terms, it's hard, especially if kunyari you will be paired again and then you broke up like
Yeah.
I don't know, like a few months ago or a year ago. For me naman also, it depends rin on like, syempre not close friends, but like,
Yeah.
for me, friends kasi is being able to say hi, hello, and like catch up kahit man lang small talk a bit. Parang civil, like you can be civil towards each other. I think for me, it will depend on the reason why they broke up or like why we broke up. So you've never ever, like,
Never ever.
never,
Never ever.
okay.
Ever.
Me ba? Wait lang. Ako kasi,
You.
you're my only boyfriend. Pero before you, I had a parang ka-MU. And then, malabo kasi yung sa amin bilang ginosting niya ako ng 3 buwan. So, after nun, parang ayoko na din siyang makausap.
Yeah.
3 months ba? Or 4 months?
Well, I feel
Yeah,
like
3
kasi
months.
like if you were dating someone in the showbiz industry, that industry is so small
Yeah.
So you end up like bumping
Yun na nga,
into
you
them.
have no choice.
Whether
Like,
it's the ball or like
I can't
ganon.
speak for like people that I work with in the same industry na
Yeah.
you can't ever talk to them kasi you have to like you can't tell your manager na you don't wanna get the show. Ayaw mo magkatrabaho because inuna mo yung personal feelings mo. If this is really yung kasi ito talaga yung pangkabuhayan showcase mo. Like you have to work and you have to
Yeah,
act.
that's true.
So you have no choice in that sense. Kaya I feel like you really have to be able to stay friends or like you have to accept na you'll see each other. Yeah. But like, do you think ba po naghiwalay yung mga tao, like, it's just an excuse for them to be close pa din?
I feel like some people they label their exes parang we're just friends,
Yeah.
diba? Like ganun. Not 100% of the time naman na they're planning to like cheat on their
Yeah.
partner or like be with that. But it opens the door
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like they're constantly seeing each other. Tapos
Yes.
like, let's say for example, um, someone was dating, they broke up kasi hindi stable yung guy or whatever.
Mm.
Eh what if bigla lang he picked himself up and then like started working ganon.
Yeah, yeah. Like he
So like,
changed
is that gonna change? Eh
the
what if she's
answer.
like engaged na to like this person,
That's
you know, like
true. That's true.
I mean it's so teleserye but it does happen
Yung nga.
like that,
Oo
diba?
nga, pag
Parang
teleserye yung situation na yan. Okay.
hindi kasi like um one of my cousins, para I'll
Yeah.
share you, juicy kwento.
Yeah.
Ganun. Imagine, live-in na siya with this guy.
Okay.
And this guy kept saying like, oh, just gonna see my friend, parang ganun,
Yes.
friend, ganun. He never told us na ex pala yung friend niya,
Yeah.
ganun. Then, all of a sudden, they just like broke up, ganun.
Mm-mm.
And then, now he has a child now with
With
the
the
ganun.
ex. Na
Oo.
naging na friend niya rin kasi. Gets
Because
it.
she was like, I don't see yourself.
Yeah.
Parang, the ex didn't see him as like a long-term
yeah.
commitment type guy.
Yeah.
So now that she saw that he can be in
He can be pala
long-term
ganon.
ganun,
Gets it.
she like, psh.
Yeah.
So, parang to avoid those things. Ganun.
Yeah.
That's why for me, like that's why I don't, I'm not friends with any of my
Yeah.
exes or anything like that. It's just I don't see myself having one-on-one coffee with my ex, and then her husband being fine with that. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Parang
But
labo eh.
what if like this is a quality friend to have? Like for example,
Quality friend.
like okay, di ba since we've been together for 10
Mm.
years, you like the types of conversations that we have.
Yes.
But imagine if we broke up, like wouldn't you want to keep me as a friend? Let's say na lang it was mutual. I don't know what's an
Yeah.
acceptable reason. Like we outgrew each other. You don't want to stay friends with me. So out na rin
I
ako
mean,
into the shadow realm.
I would. You would be casted out into the shadow realm.
So you'll never talk to me
Because
ever?
imagine, like, we've been together for so long, 10 years,
Yeah.
ganon. Imagine, like, diba, let's say we broke up, theoretically, ganon.
Yeah.
And then, imagine the next person that I date
Yeah.
has to live up to, like,
Yeah.
or fill the, what do you call that, void ba?
Eh, what
Or,
nga if like kunyari
Ganun.
what if you're excused to this imaginative girlfriend? This
Uh-uh.
imaginary girlfriend is like we've been through so much together and like parang I
she
know
would
you
never
so,
believe.
so
You
okay,
looking
so,
like that? No way. No way.
nakakainis. Eh,
I would
what
be
nga
the biggest
mutual
red
nga?
flag. Bigger
So
than,
annoying. Okay, so you
bigger
really
than-
won't. So when is it okay
Uh-uh.
to stay friends with an ex? So mutual breakup.
I would say, if they have kids, siguro. Ganon.
Okay, yeah,
Kasi
actually, true.
my brother, one of his like exes, ganon,
Yeah.
like the parents.
Yeah.
Ganon. In the States, kasi it's a little bit different. Eh.
Yeah.
Like they married young,
Yeah.
but like you know how like they have a kid,
Oh,
parang ganon.
gets,
So then they
gets.
like broke up.
Yeah,
ganon.
yeah.
It's the first time to ever see in the history of like mankind
Yeah.
na they
Super okay.
they're like friends,
Yeah.
ganon. I mean they're both married already
Yeah.
to like other people.
Yeah.
But even their like spouses are friends with like the
Mm.
other spouse.
Yeah.
Ganun. So I guess it could work. Ganon.
Yeah.
But they're like the exception
Yeah.
to the rule. Like, but I would say like 90% of the time, like
Yeah.
they're not. Especially when you have kids, like
yeah. I think if
super
you
rare
have kids,
for
for
it to be a nice
sure.
breakup. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
but like I think you need to. It's better if you stay friends so that your
For the
child,
kid,
your kid, is
yeah.
not like caught up in the
Mm.
middle of the two of you arguing,
Yeah.
like the mom and the
True.
dad. Better na you guys are civil, or actually for me better if friends.
If
Yung civil
kaya.
kasi I've met na
Mm-mm.
kunyari they're civil pero they wanna freaking murder each other. So
Yeah, that's true.
it's better if you're genuinely friends with
Mm-mm.
for example, the dad of your child or
Yeah.
the mom of your child.
But from my experience of life, most of the time when people break up, it's a bad breakup. Eh.
Yeah.
Like, very seldom is it just like, oh, we just outgrew each other.
yeah,
ganon.
yeah.
Always one person is more hurt than the other person. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Kaya
Or
you can stay
one person
friends.
still has feelings for like the other person.
Yeah. Eh, what if
Mga
you
ganon.
were what if you were friends before you dated and then you dated, it didn't work out and then you separated?
Well, like, would I still be friends with that
Yeah. What
person?
do you think?
One of my exes like that, and she was casted into the shadow realm.
Wait lang. Ako tuloy, wait lang. Let me think about it. You were friends with someone and then it
Hmm.
didn't nag-work.
Didn't work eh.
Ako, may reason siguro. Me, depends pa din. Depends on how long your relationship was. Like,
Yeah.
what if you dated each other for like 3 months? Like, it was super fast. And then you knew na right then and there na sobrang
Yeah.
opposite nyo and it's not gonna work.
Well, I mean, I get most people will find what I'm saying is medyo harsh, ganun.
Yeah.
But wouldn't you say na it's like a positive in our relationship, like trust wise? Like
Yeah
you don't ever
naman,
have to
yeah.
like
Yeah, I don't have to worry
think like
about you.
who the
Yeah.
heck is like that? Oh yeah, I'm just
Yes.
having coffee with my ex. Like
Yeah,
parang,
yeah.
'di ba? And
Yes.
you naman like you're always so busy.
Yeah.
Imagine if you're like stuck in taping like somewhere in the Philippines or out of the country, and
Yeah.
then what are you doing today? Just having coffee and heart to heart with my ex, like, diba? Like,
Gets. Okay. Actually, yeah. So that's why I never had any
mm,
trust. I mean, both of us naman, we both didn't
mm,
have any trust issues with
yeah,
regards to like exes and all. Kasi ako I'm not nga kasi friends naman with, although kasi I hindi naman madahaba yung listahan ko. So I can't also,
because I can control how I feel,
yeah.
which is I don't think about any of my exes
Yeah,
naman ganun,
yeah.
but I don't know how my ex would feel towards me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like regardless of whether it was my fault or her
Yeah.
fault. You know what I mean?
What if sa work? Like kunyari me nga, kunyari let's say na lang na the guy before you was
Mm.
my co-actor and then kunyari love team kami and we still have to work together all the time. Or like if it's in an
Yeah.
office setting, let's say we're in the same department, pareho kaming HR department. So
Mm-mm.
we're bound to see each other all the time. Paano yun? So like ang hirap pag sa work eh. Parang
Well,
feeling
it
ko
would
you have
be
to stay
more of
friends.
a what do you call that? Professional relationship. Yung mga ganun
Okay. So
type.
walang parang hangout
No,
after
because there are some
work.
people who make very great and big companies, but they break up.
Yes.
And what you're supposed to do, you're part of the corporation.
Oo.
Ganun. So parang it's like, you just have to deal with that stuff, but you don't have to be like BFFs. Parang ganun.
Okay, so like what does that scenario look like? Like what is
Mm.
the where do you draw the line of it's just a professional relationship
Mm-mm.
like at work versus
Uh-uh.
parang it's a friendship na may something, may parang meaning na.
Well, like, let's say office setting, kasi I'm office naman eh.
Mm.
So, let's say I was dating someone that we broke up sa office, ganun. The only time I'll ever interact with that person is if I need to. You know what I mean? Like,
Okay. So
we're
walang
doing a
extra,
project together or
yes,
ganun.
gets,
Pero
gets.
yung parang like after work, like, let's have drinks, sing karaoke or something
Yeah.
like that. Like,
Sing karaoke. Ang random ng trip. So bawal magkaraoke with the ex.
bawal.
Okay.
They might fall in love with your singing voice.
Wow.
Especially you. Bawal yan.
Okay, so you're not allowed to hang out. After, so basta if your ex is your workmate, if it's after
Kasi hindi na yan
office
work. That's like,
hours, bawal.
that's like leisure already, you know.
Okay. So basta if it's outside nga na parang the professional setting,
Mm-mm.
ganon.
Yeah.
Gets it.
So you can still have like a healthy relationship,
Yeah.
meaning like you're not like murdering each other at work
Yes,
or
yeah.
ganon, but
Gets.
at the same time, like that's it na, di ba? Parang ganon.
Okay. So for you, when is it like not okay? What if what if what if my ex still had feelings for me? Or if you still had feelings for
Then
your
that's
ex?
definitely not okay.
Actually, yeah. That definitely either way.
That's a dangerous game to
yeah,
play.
it's not okay if you
Diba?
still have feelings for if one of you even has feelings for
Yes.
the other. Yeah.
Kasi like me, I can trust you wholeheartedly.
Yeah.
Ganon. But what if I know as a guy that your ex is still in love with you? Syempre kasi you feel stuff eh. I think
Yeah.
girls feel, you know, you have like that
Yeah.
third sense thing or
Gets,
something like that.
gets.
And I don't want to deal with like any of that or trying to decipher whether my ex is in love with me still or
Yeah.
not. So,
okay.
yun, shadow realm. So, then there.
Okay. What about if the person, what if kunyari, yung ex ko cheated on
Mm-mm.
me naman? Like yun yung reason why we separated. Like, you know that he
Yeah.
must supposedly not like me because he cheated on me and not like me anymore.
Well, if he cheated on you, then definitely you shouldn't be with him,
Yeah.
diba?
I cannot, hello, he cheated on me nga. Naging friends pa tayo.
But if I was the guy after him,
Yeah.
thank you. Thank you for cheating on. Diba?
Bad. Why?
Thank you for giving opportunities to others.
Nakakainis.
Yun lang.
Okay.
Pero like I just feel like cause diba for us like our friendship circle is very small,
Yeah.
but we're friends with them because of their values, diba?
Yes.
So, would you want to be friends with someone that doesn't match like your parang values? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Kasi like, I've had to say bye to like friends who I know that are cheaters
Mm.
because I noticed kasi like diba like some people they pull you in and then they're like, oh, it's okay, pare, like I have 3 girlfriends or like
Yeah.
especially in business, like it's very prevalent na people have mistresses or like yung mga ganon.
Yeah.
So I choose not to like hang out with those people.
Okay.
So what more pa your ex?
Yeah.
Diba? Like what is he gonna bring to the table?
Pero wait lang, do you notice na parang, ay, ngayon na naisip ko siya, parang mas madaming lalaki na friends with their ex than girls with their ex? Diba? Think about it.
But how can that be though?
I don't know, because guys are naturally
Because if the
flirty.
guy is friends with the ex, then that
Oh.
means the girl is friends with the guy also.
Nakakainis. No, what I mean is like, ginulo mo lang yung sinabi ko.
Trying to trick me, huh?
No, pero like, you gotta, okay, exerting effort na lang. How about that? More men
Oh, okay.
exert effort
Mm-hmm.
into staying friends with their ex than women.
Okay.
Effort to, we're talking about effort. Not necessarily yung, sige, okay lang na we're friends. Like, cause like, totoo naman yung sinabi mo, like, the girl is allowing it,
Yeah.
siya yung ex. Pero what I'm saying is, yung staying friends, like, siya pa rin yung nagme-message siya, I don't know, nag-message siya sa mga
Like,
social
hey, what's
media
up?
apps. Yeah,
Parang
exactly.
ganun.
Like, it's more of a guy thing. Like, napansin mo ba? Like, think about it. Di ba?
In our like
Like,
school
not us, yeah.
circle,
Like our
circle.
friends, yeah. Like, people were
Yeah,
surrounded.
I don't know why that's the case though.
Like, it's guys
Like,
Like, guys
mm-mm.
yung medyo mas nag-e-effort to stay friends with an ex. I think it's parang, it's a way for men to hold on to what they had. Like, it's a way for men
Yeah.
to hold on to the relationship that they used to have with this person.
Mm-mm.
Because, di ba nga sabi nila, is, you'll never know
Or-
what you...
Or baka they're guilty or something like that.
No,
Like
I
they
think,
can't deal with the
no,
guilt?
I don't think it's a guilt
Okay.
because if
Or
it's
something.
cheating, then obviously he must not feel any remorse if he
Mm.
cheated. But I think it's just hanging on to what's left of that relationship that they came from. And syempre,
Mm.
it's like a place of comfort. Like your ex
Yeah.
kasi, it's like a safe space or
Like
safe
she
place.
knows me, mga
Yeah,
ganun.
like the person knows you. Kaya parang feeling mo, if you talk to your ex, kilala ka niya even when you don't have to express your side as compared if you're
Yeah.
dating a new person.
Or I think I know. Well, one thing I just remembered
Mm.
something. Some men kasi they like to test the water, especially younger ones.
Okay.
Na I noticed like my friends, like when they're in a relationship, that's the only time random girls will approach them. It's like the devil's tempting them or something. So like
Okay.
they jump into this thinking that they're the hottest man in the world, ganon.
Yeah.
So they break up with the girlfriend, ganon. Then turns out the girl's not interested in them. Ganon.
Yes.
So they try to go back to the
Yeah.
to the girl, and the girl doesn't want anymore.
Mm.
So parang it's like they're keeping them there just in case na
Gets.
there's like
Kasi pwede mong balikan.
Yeah.
Ganon.
diba?
Okay.
I have some ex-friends that were like that.
Okay.
Na
Pero gets, yan nga. Kasi parang there are some people who wanna test the waters. And then, at least yung ex mo, parang nandyan lang siya.
And I would say women kasi most of the time, like you guys are more what do you call that? You're more loyal
Yeah.
diba? Than men.
Yeah.
So I feel like once you ruin a woman's trust kasi parang it takes them so long. Whether diba, if they ruin your trust, like it doesn't really repair that fast compared to like a
Yeah,
guy. Parang I
yes,
feel like you can
yes.
earn a guy's trust back pretty
Weh,
fast.
really?
I think.
So like if a girl cheated on her boyfriend, like the guy, parang no.
On me,
Parang I disagree.
Shadow Realm. But
I disagree. I think
What?
men are less forgiving with mistakes. Like
mm,
women are naturally matiisin like sa relasyon.
but I
kahit
mean,
na,
I feel like men make more mistakes kasi than
kaya
women.
nga, that's why naturally matiisin nga ang girls.
Oo.
So like I don't think men are more forgiving. Like
Mm-mm.
weirdly, men make more mistakes in relationships
Yeah.
and they're the less forgiving ones, which is so
Mm-mm.
annoying because that's how hard it is to look for a good guy in the world.
Yeah.
Because like madami na ngang possible na temptations and pagkakamali from the guys and then parang ikaw hindi ka pwede pumulpak, pero pag pumulpak ka, my gosh, parang it's
That's true.
forever remembered and like really like
Even when it comes to being like a playboy and girl, diba?
yeah.
I think we discussed this like
yes,
I
yeah.
don't know, like
exactly.
our
Like
40-year
when guys cheat, parang it's more quote unquote acceptable kasi
Yeah.
parang kasi
Men,
lalaki
boys will be
yan.
boys.
Yeah, like boys will be boys kasi lalaki siya, may mga
Mm.
pangangailangan siya and all. Those are the
Mm.
excuses that we hear from people about why cheating is acceptable or
Yeah.
normalized. But if it's a girl, my gosh, lahat na ng possible words na idikit sa'yo.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, malandi ka, like lahat. As in like, it's not
And it like sticks
forgiven.
to you.
Yeah, and
Like,
like, yeah, it's like forever there na
mm-mm.
ikaw yung yung feeling kasi is parang ikaw yung kaisa-isang babae sa buong mundo na
Yeah.
nag-cheat on their boyfriend. Parang ganun yung feeling.
Oo.
Versus pag lalaki, parang
Yeah.
wala
He's young pa
lalaki siya.
ganun.
Yeah,
Then,
gusto niya mag-experiment, gusto niya test. Ganon, yeah. So that's why feeling ko like, in that sense, like, men are less forgiving when it comes to like women. Like when women cheat,
yeah.
Like I cannot imagine.
I feel like it takes a lot more for women to cheat than
Yeah.
than a guy.
Yeah. And I feel like if for a girl to cheat, parang it's not a spontaneous thing. I notice kasi men who cheat, sometimes it could be a spontaneous thing, meaning like you're just so attracted to this person, then you like
Yeah.
may one night stand kayo. Pero kasi birang-bira ko nakamit ng girl, like yung normal na yung typical Filipinay na girl na it's spontaneous. Parang
Usually
I feel like it's a
built
built
up,
up thing na
Mm-mm.
close mo siya, and then parang you start with emotionally
And
cheating
then
on the
you're,
guy,
like,
and then
neglected.
yeah, and then parang biglang may moments kayo na mag-isa na kayo, and then that's when the girl cheats. Pero pag lalaki kasi parang pwedeng spontaneous siya.
Mm-mm.
Diba? What do you think?
I think so, kasi like men kasi are just creatures, you know, like
Yeah.
they if you don't control like your hormones, especially like
Yeah.
during your teens, early
Yeah.
20s,
Mga
ganun,
urges.
grab it. Like all of them would be cheaters basically.
Grabe yung all.
No, that's why
Okay.
like being loyal is so rare now.
Yeah.
Like when people
true.
ask me like, "Oh, you guys have been together for so long.
Yeah.
Like you've never had like a moment where
Yeah.
like you were tempted or like
Yeah.
I was like, no, because
Yeah.
I don't put myself in like those situations
Yeah.
or wala, I just never thought of gonna because my relationship's good. Ganun.
Yes, yes. Wait lang, so since we're in the topic of cheating, I'm so curious. Like, what is your view on, what if I had a crush on someone? Is that cheating?
Crush on someone?
Yeah, like, I had a
Like-
crush on someone. Like, I wasn't acting on it, but I just
Mhm.
admire this person.
Like their beauty or yung mga ganun?
Yeah, parang
Wala, I
cute
don't
siya, ganon.
I don't think it's cheating.
So when does it become cheating?
I even agree with you sometimes.
Actually, that's true.
You were like, what was it? Was your first crush ba? Zac Efron or something? like
Yeah.
that? I was like, "Pff, what can I say?
At that high
good-looking
school
guy.
musical peak, he was freaking cute.
Yep. Chris Hemsworth. I mean, what can I say? I'm just Chris Young.
And then what if it's someone I know? Like, what if, like a work ko, tapos nakitan ako sa kanya, tapos I have a crush on him. Pero not acting on it naman, it's just that crush ko, parang, shucks, he's so cute.
I don't know, like just basic attraction or something
Yeah.
like that.
Is
No,
it
I don't think that's cheating.
crush?
Because I don't think people can control like their crush.
Yeah.
Diba? But once you start like going beyond that, like dinidm mo
Yeah,
na, like
yeah,
hey, you wanna
act
like, or
on
you're
it.
finding ways to like hang out that's not
Yes.
what do you call it? Fluid or like it's not like a natural way of like
you
hanging
don't
out.
normally
parang
hang
ganun.
out, parang
Oo.
ganon. And then you exert effort into hanging out.
Right, like let's say you don't really drink or like
Yes,
anything
yes,
that.
and
Then
then-
mamaya you're like, let's go hang out in the clubs and gonna.
Okay. Because of that parang crush.
Mm. Or
Kaya ko bang-
actually, I think also if you start withholding like
Information.
information, you
Yeah.
parang like you keep it to yourself. Na
Yeah,
crush mo pero
yeah.
like mo
Yeah.
all the things.
Yeah.
It's so or you start commenting on like
Yeah,
all the
yeah.
stuff. Yeah.
Ako siguro, ang hirap pala sumagara sa selosa. Maybe you can have a crush on someone basta hindi kanya type. Basta hindi siya mutual. Kasi parang, hindi ko yata matatanggap na may crush ka on someone who also has a crush on you. Kasi parang at the back of my mind, anytime something can like develop there.
Yeah.
You get what I mean? But
But
then
I
again,
don't
I'll
think
never
I've
know
ever
them.
had na crush naman na parang like, di ba like everyone has crush on like these superstars or
Yeah.
ganun. Pero
No,
like,
but it's
you're
different
not
with
gonna
you.
act
Like,
on it.
because me nga kasi, I'm working with these people.
Yeah.
Like, I'm working with people, I'm working with attractive people.
But doesn't that make it worse for me? because you actually have an opportunity to be paired
Yeah.
with these
Yeah
people.
naman, true
Us
naman.
naman, normal mortals,
Yeah.
we're just looking at them in the screen.
Yeah.
Us
More.
not blue checked Instagram verified people, di tayo pinapansin. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
pero crush is like fine, I think. Or maybe because I'm not really like celosos or
Yeah.
something like that. For you,
Actually.
di kaya.
Ano, ako kaya ko if, ano,
Mm.
if hindi kanya type. Preferably, hindi mo rin kilala. Para wala talaga pag hindi mo nga kilala eh.
Paano ang K-pop star?
Siyempre, di mo nga kilala. Okay lang.
So we
If
can't
hindi mo
even
siya
speak the same
kilala.
language, so it's so good.
Paano kayo magkakadevelopan? You're literally like how many miles away from each other
Here's a good question. Is closer just an excuse?
to stay
You know how like
friends with
people
an
are like,
ex.
I need closure or I need
Oy, no, okay, you know what, now that I thought about it,
Mhm.
ginosting ako ng 5 months. So,
Yeah.
hello, for 5 months, literally, nag-iintay ako for closure. Like, I think it's important, lalo na for a girl, it's a girl thing
Mm.
eh. I've never really heard, like, much men say na they needed closure. Like, it's a girl
Yeah.
thing to ask for closure. I
Mm-mm.
feel like that's really important, like, to have closure.
Pero like I'm curious lang kasi like me, since I cast them into the, shadow
Yeah.
realm. Like if you're still friends with your ex, how can you have closure? Cuz you're like still there. You know what I mean?
I think, okay, I'm just speaking
Like how do
like
you
on
move on
behalf
from
of
that,
like
diba?
other people who
Mm-mm.
might have been in the same situation, like ng mga friends ko. No? I
Mm-mm.
think it's just that slow transition, I guess, from being together for like a long time and like spending so much time together and then
Mm-mm.
biglang wala na at all. So I feel like some people stay friends, especially nga if parang it's a mutual thing.
Yeah.
Like for example, what if the other person had to migrate to another country, or
Mm-mm.
what if you outgrew each other? Parang you were together, you were 16, at 25 you realize na you
Yeah.
want different things na for your lives.
Mm-mm.
So like for me in that sense, parang it's okay lang to stay friends during that parang that transition period.
Uh-uh.
Yung sa closure naman, well, ako kasi from my personal experience, bilang
Mm-mm.
ginusting ako, I needed that closure. Pero we weren't friends because he wasn't talking to me.
Mm.
So, I just needed that closure para lang alam ko sa sarili ko na, okay, parang wala na talaga. Like,
Yeah.
it's really like, it's done. And I think it's really important for women to really have that closure. And not, it
Yeah.
shouldn't be just for women, but also like, for men. Like, it's important to
Mm-mm.
start and end a relationship supposedly, like, with respect still there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kasi for me, like, when I would end the parang relationship, ganun, I legit tell them, na parang it's like, it's over na, parang
Yeah.
ganun or something. But I never, like, go back again for, like, the closure, ganun or something.
Yes, like another.
My personal closure would be just, like, learning from, like, my mistakes or,
Yeah.
well, their mistakes or
Yeah,
something.
yeah.
Like, parang I can't be with this type of person. Or,
Yeah.
my next relationship, I won't be like this.
Yeah.
Yung mga ganun.
Yeah. You know, one of the biggest lessons I learned pala from that previous
Mm-mm.
MU, aka Malabong Usapan, that I was in, is that sometimes, like, it's so easy to really just blame a person and say na they were such a toxic person, di ba? Like, magsisihan kayo na, hindi, sobrang toxic niya, like, you don't want to admit na you were at fault too. But I
Yeah.
feel like it's also important to acknowledge that sometimes you were just really bad for each other. Like, that
Mm-mm.
relationship doesn't mean na, that relationship being toxic doesn't mean na you're both bad people. It's just that
Mm-mm.
you were bad for each other. Gets ba? Parang,
Yeah.
it doesn't mean na sobrang innately talagang napakasama mong tao. It's just that we didn't work out.
Or just like wrong timing.
Yeah, like either wrong timing or like
Mm.
we don't complement each other well.
Yeah.
So I think it's also important for people to realize that na sometimes in relationships that end badly, it's not that you were with a bad person. It's just that you were bad for each other.
Yeah.
Yeah. Diba?
That's true. So, what about emotional cheating?
Emotional cheating. So obviously that's more of a
Would you say it's more of a girl
thing.
thing?
Yeah, girls usually do that eh. Kasi guys talaga it's always like usually physical
Yeah.
cheating. Like
Could you give us some examples of emotional cheating?
emotional cheating, like yun, parang you're forming friendships or like relationships
Mm.
with someone that you are not romantically involved with. Like, magte-textan kayo, like literally from good morning to good night, mag-uusap kayo, eh hindi mo naman siya jowa.
Mm-mm.
Parang for me, that's like emotional cheating. Or you're confiding in another person
Yeah.
regarding your relationship. And then you're not with that person naman, pero you're confiding with that person.
Okay.
Yeah.
Pero like, um, di ba yung mga, what if it's like subtle things, you know, like, how
Yeah.
does it start ba yung mga emotional cheating, ganun? Like, nagla-like lang ba and you like the story or
For me, it's
yung mga
conversation.
ganun?
I don't really count yung mga
Mm-mm.
interactions sa social media because
Yeah.
like random people could also interact with you on social
Mm-mm.
media. It's more of yun nga, yung one-on-one conversation.
Yeah.
Like having that exerting effort into having a relationship with another person that you are not
Mm-mm.
in a romantic relationship with. For me, that's where like emotional cheating develops or starts.
Yeah. So it's like more of like them giving, like you're giving them your time.
Yeah,
Parang ganun.
yeah. Eh, ikaw, how about you? What do you
Emotional
view as parang
cheating.
for you ba social media that's already like liking?
No, but it could start na parang ganun eh. Like, they're just liking muna
Yes,
the
yes.
stories
Okay,
or they're
gets,
liking
gets.
the, or nagka-comment lang, parang
Mm,
ganun.
mm.
Then it leads to them chatting kasi like,
Yeah.
wala na, I guess they always see na, oy, nagka-comment to or yung mga
Yeah,
ganun.
yeah.
That's the style daw of mga lalaki or something like that.
Actually,
ganun.
papansin-pansin muna. Okay.
Pansin-pansin muna.
Sige, so like let's play a
Mm-mm.
scenario game where
Ooh, spicy.
is this friendship okay? So we'll just say okay or not okay.
Mm-hmm.
So what if they still text happy birthday?
I
What's yours?
guess it's
Liar. I know what you're gonna answer. That's not your real answer. What's your
This
answer?
is so funny. It's okay
Really?
to not be okay.
Ano nga? So if we still text each other happy birthday.
For me, it's, I guess normally it would be okay. It
So,
was just very
a
weird
tip,
because
kung
that actually did
kung may
happen to you.
explanation, parang ayaw mo talaga. Okay or not okay lang, may explanation ka pa. So ano nga, okay or not?
It's
May may essay answer.
it's okay.
Really?
Oh, kasi ba there's like juicier ones later on, eh, diba? Can't give out the
Okay. Ako for me, it's
the not
okay.
okay.
Happy birthday. Once a year.
Yeah, I
happy
mean
birthday.
it's your birthday, diba? You're a blessing.
So okay talaga ha?
Yeah, who would ever get a text message from their ex saying happy birthday? Maybe like 2 to 3 years after they've broken up, but I'm not saying anyone, diba?
Okay.
So, what about liking each other's stories?
Mine is,
I
it's
feel like
okay.
kasi sometimes I don't even know if I'm liking people's stories or something. Kasi sometimes you're just
Yeah,
like
yeah.
scrolling through the thing.
Sa akin, it's okay. Ayun nga, parang if
Mm-mm.
it's not parang a conversation, like
Mm-mm.
exerting effort into having a conversation with your ex,
Yeah.
it's okay for me.
I mean, I
Ikaw?
wouldn't know because they're in the shadow realm.
Oh, kasi nga, they don't follow you and
So I
you don't
wouldn't.
follow them.
I don't even.
No, imagine nga, like let's say nga you're friends.
Okay.
And then what if they, or no talaga? It's not okay.
And then parents, it's okay lang. Yeah.
Okay. What if like, they grab coffee like once a year? Like,
Yes.
may parang mga,
What a beautiful question this is.
Oh, it's okay or not okay?
That's a big not okay.
Oh, hi.
That's a big red flag. Longer than EDSA.
Grabe naman yung longer than EDSA.
Kasi to take time to grab coffee, alam ko na yan eh. Grab coffee. That's
Mm.
basically a date, if you think about it.
Oo, pag nag-coffee. Actually, me also, parang
Especially
not
with
okay.
your ex, like,
Not okay.
why
though.
are you grabbing coffee?
Wait lang, ako, I have an interesting scenario. What if close yung ex ko to my family? And my family is one who invites him, not me. Like, kunyari birthday ng sister ko, and then
Yeah.
my mom invites my ex. And it's my mom, it's not
Yeah.
up to me. Like, how would you feel in that situation? Like, would you be okay with it or no?
My external face would be okay with it. But internally,
Okay.
I would not be
Oh,
okay
you
with
would not be okay
No,
with
kasi
it.
diba
Okay.
parang like, why is your mom inviting your ex pa? Does that mean That just means na parang they approve of him more than me, or
Yeah,
parang ganun,
yeah,
like they favor
gets.
him.
Okay.
I get na you were close, parang
Yeah,
ganun or
yeah.
something. So yeah,
Not okay.
that's a big,
Ako
that's a
kaya,
big no.
may
I-
kaklose kang
imagine.
noted. Parang di ko rin kaya. And if
Kaya mo ba?
kakayanin ko man,
What if she's
mga
like,
maximum
Cheetah?
mga maximum 1 year. Like, because
Uh-uh.
bago ako, you get what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
parang 1 year na nakita ko siya. And then, let's say na lang talagang she's not, like, she's actually like a kind person. Like, hindi
Yeah.
siya yung, kasi minsan, syempre, if ini-imagine mo yung teleserye version,
Mm-mm.
which is, yung pumapapel-papel siya na parang, tita, gumaganon. Syempre, hindi ako okay doon. Kung pumapapel siya. Pero
I don't
yung,
believe you.
hi, parang medyo chill siya, she's friendly.
I've seen you box. You would you would knock her out.
So, that's why nga.
Your Quiapo side would come out. No joke.
Kaya nga I said, depends on her attitude. Depends on the circumstances.
Paano
like the
attitude?
girl.
Like,
Kung attitude,
this is my replacement? Like that?
Huh?
Ganun.
Kung attitude siya, attitude din ako.
Oh, okay.
Papatol ako in that situation.
What about, them wanting to talk to you about their current relationships, yung mga problem, ganun?
Parang no, not okay.
I think we found the biggest red flag.
Yeah.
Because, like, why would they want to open up with you? Diba? That's like, in every, have they not learned in every single movie, teleserye,
But
that
that's so true though.
it doesn't-
Lahat ng mga teleserye, yung mga naglalasingan, tapos
they're like,
tinawagan mo yung ex mo,
problem,
and then,
problem,
stress sila sa
problem.
current jowa. That's so true. That's
Nope,
definitely
nope.
not okay.
Shadow Realm, throw them out. Diba?
Nakakaloka. Okay, so what do you think? So can you still be friends with like your ex and still like fully be invested and in love with your current partner?
I feel like I'm gonna offend a lot of people saying this, but no. Because I feel like you have to prioritize no matter how hard it is. Like, syempre, like, a lot of people are like trying to save their relationships
Yeah.
na, oh, she's been my ex for like 8 years, 10
Yeah,
years,
yeah.
ganun. But like, at the end of the day, like, you're gonna end up prioritizing your wife.
Yeah,
Speaking from a
yeah.
guy's perspective, ganun. So, like, why would I need to be with an ex na,
Yeah.
diba? Kasi, like, your wife will be your best friend,
Yeah.
parang ganun. So, for me, no.
You know, I realize now that parang hirap
Oo.
ako to answer the question kasi every time I'm thinking of ex, I'm thinking of you as my ex and I want to keep you in my life if you're my ex. Parang if I date someone after you, parang I need to still be able to talk to you. But it's because nga I'm thinking of you. Kaya hirap na hirap yata ako sagutin yung if it's a hard no.
I
Like
feel
I can't
so bad for
imagine
him.
like you vanishing from my life.
Grabe. I thought
Can't
this was a he
imagine.
said, she
No,
said.
kasi nga parang grabe the
Not
history.
a-
Like, if it's years together and then biglang bye. Like, bye. See you never.
Oh,
I can't imagine.
haba ng
like,
hair ko.
No, I really can't imagine. Lalo na kasi
Yeah.
parang feeling ko if we were to break up, it wouldn't be a supposedly bad, like bad
Yeah.
breakup. So yun nga, for me, you can be friends depending on what the reason was for the breakup. And also, why you have to stay friends. Like, if it's because you work together, parang it's allowable or excusable. Like, if you work together. So, for me, in that sense, parang, wala eh. Like, what? Literally, the actresses I know, like, their boyfriends, like, 3 boyfriends are showbiz.
Yeah.
So, you're really bound to see each other and, like, work together again. So, wala ka talagang choice but to be friends with them. Kasi makita siya sa screen, like, if you're uncomfortable.
Yeah.
And I feel like at the same time, even if you work in an office setting, ganun din yun. Like if you're in the same department and you can't work together, it will show. Like in your output as a team, 'di ba? Na
Yeah.
palagi yung mag-aaway and all, ganun. Ayun.
So, would you allow me to be friends with an ex?
Ako, casual friends. Yung parang, if you see each other, hindi naman yung parang gusto mo siya patayin.
friends.
Yeah, like, no, like, hindi kayo close.
Casual friends.
Like, I'm not the type naman to be like, don't say hi to her. Gets? Like,
Yeah.
I'm not the type to say that. But
We
that's why
wouldn't know.
that's what I mean by casual friends. Like, yung hi, hello, or like, oh, how are you? Tas, bye, ganon. Like, casual, I count it as parang casual friends.
Hi.
Yeah, like, me ba? I'm not allowed to say hi.
I wouldn't say you're not allowed to be friends with your ex. It's just
Okay.
like um at the time, younger Chris, let's talk about younger
Yes,
Chris. Ganun.
okay.
Younger Chris was trying to like syempre court you, mga
Yeah,
ganun.
yeah.
So, if I'm competing with the guy that broke your heart, ganun,
Yeah.
like why do I why do I need this
Yeah.
guy? Because technically it just makes your work harder, diba?
Yeah.
Parang ganun. So, I I would say you kasi like I trust you to be friends with like your ex. Like as in if you tell me, oh, we're just gonna chat, ganun.
Yeah.
Like I know you're just gonna chat.
Okay.
But would I trust your ex?
Wait lang, so I'm curious nga, wait. Connecting episode 3 and episode 4,
Okay.
what are you more bothered by? Someone that I was with, like I
Yeah.
have previous history with na lalaki, or a guy that I'm romantically involved with
Sa scene?
in a scene?
The scene doesn't bother me.
Okay, so you're more bothered by the history.
Yeah, it's kasi diba like with women, like
Yeah.
emotions is such a big thing
Yeah, yeah. Well, and like the attachment na parang you used to have that connection together.
Yeah, kasi like what men will realize as they get older is that women don't care so much. I mean, they do somewhat
Yeah.
for physical stuff, but it's not. It's like such a small like
Mhm.
amount of like let's say the love in your heart. Ganun.
Yeah.
It's more of the emotional ganun
Yes.
So, like if you're just gonna work with this guy, even if you're like kissing ganon, done na.
Mm-mm. Yeah.
So, do you have any advice
For someone who's friends
to
with their
anyone
ex.
currently in this awkward situation?
My advice is if you're staying friends with your ex is to be careful. Because you'll never know like what could happen. Like you could either get back into that same relationship, but if it was a toxic relationship, then you shouldn't be in that relationship.
Mm-mm.
And yun, like I guess really just make sure that you establish boundaries within that new friendship that you have created coming from a relationship.
Yeah.
Yeah. How about you? Do you have advice but you don't believe in it?
I mean, that could be my advice, diba? I mean, if you want your life to be easier, just throw them in the shadow. Right? But I mean, but in this case, it's an awkward situation.
Yes.
So
Like,
we
you
have to
have to
define kasi
talaga.
what this awkward situation is Like, are
You
you
work
single? Are
together.
you both single and then you're both friends? You know what I mean? That could be different.
No, dapat syempre para magka-issue, kailangan meron kang dinedate.
So, for it to be an issue, that means it's an issue with your partner. Diba?
Okay.
Because other than that, it wouldn't really be an issue.
No, what if your partner is literally the most unseloso person in the world?
But then why would it be an issue though?
Hindi, for the person. What if yung partner mo is hindi seloso,
Mm.
and then ikaw, you're actually seloso. So if you were in the situation of your partner, it would be an issue. Like, would you allow
Parang
someone-
like, let's say I'm friends with my ex.
Yeah.
My partner's fine with it, but I'm not really
Yeah,
fine
like
with
if
it.
you were,
Then why
yes.
am I friends with my ex then?
Kula, you have, yun nga, parang
Mga
may
trip ko lang,
meaning. Hindi,
ganun.
that's, okay, that's the point. Like,
Okay, I guess.
there's like this parang thing that you're holding on to. That's why nga you're fine with it.
I think they need to learn how to let go. Even though it may be hard to let go of like your past. Parang
Yeah.
ganun. Kasi like I think it's part of like evolving and like growing up.
Okay, ganito. Wait. Ito, I have a question before
Mm.
before we end this episode.
Okay.
What if we were together for 10 years and then I broke up with you,
Yeah.
and the reason is really just like I want to
Like the most babaw thing? Or?
yeah, like I want to explore. Like I want to
Yeah.
live life without thinking of a boyfriend.
Mm-mm.
And you're currently an ex, so you wouldn't stay friends with me? I'm now your ex pero ako yung nakapaghiwalay. And the reason is not
Mm-mm.
like a painful reason.
Mm-mm. For me, no.
So you really, okay,
Because then that would be even more confusing.
to stay friends with
Like
me?
imagine like
Hindi,
your
wala kang-
relationship's perfectly
yeah.
fine and you broke up with me for no
Yeah.
reason. I feel like that's worse pa nga than a bad
Okay,
reason.
so okay, whatever
Like,
reason.
oh yeah, we're fine. I want to explore. Ganon.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
there must have been like some sort of reason. Diba like, does that make sense? Or
I don't know kasi I feel like people who also have asked me that question, parang
Mm-mm.
I also don't know how to answer it kasi nga like I mean I was dating you literally my whole youth. Like I started dating you I was like
grabe
turning
naman.
20.
I sound like a creeper.
No, No, like
You
as
were
in like I was
19
19.
of age
I was
people.
19
Let
and
it be
I
known
turned
of
20 when you first started courting me. And then like
Yeah.
literally I'm almost turning 30 and parang that entire
Yeah.
20s of my life went to you.
Mm-mm.
So like what if nga daw like I realized na syempre it's not the, I'm not the type of person to
Mm.
say that, pero what if I realize na parang I wanna
Yeah, there are
explore,
some
like I
people
wanna
like
meet
that,
other
no?
people, 'di ba? Like
Mm-mm.
you're not gonna let me?
What do you mean?
Like you're not gonna let me, like we're not, kasi sabi mo you can't be friends with someone like that. Na yun yung reason.
And then, we discussed this kasi before, diba? So it's like, if you wanted to like explore ganun
Yeah.
or something, that's why, diba, in our relationship we don't believe in breaks.
Yeah.
Diba, like parang taking a break.
Yeah.
Diba, we've never like taken a
Yes.
break ganun. It's because like once you like separate ganun, and then even though you go back, parang it's not the same anymore. Like
What about the ones who say that love is sweeter the second time around? Just giving the audience a benefit of the. What if they believe it that?
I mean,
Oh, may cousin kang ganon.
uh,
Oh, di ba they were together for so long and
Yeah.
then they like broke up or like took a break and then
Mhm.
they got back together kasi they realized na they're really like meant to be, like super kuwang-kuha nila yung isa't isa and they really understood each other well. O
Yeah.
paano yung ganon?
Well,
If they didn't stay friends, edi they can't reconnect.
they
Think
wouldn't be able to.
You have to think
That's
about
true.
like us, like you don't
Yeah.
you want to reconnect with me? What if nga we broke up? This is 10 years that you're
So this is
throwing
he
into the
said, she
shadow
said.
realm. 10 years of your life.
Hindi, I would fight for it talaga eh. So,
So,
wala, you're not gonna win this battle.
so annoying.
There is no.
Okay, so you won't
Uh-uh.
allow me to. What if I really needed it? Like, what if somebody really told you, like, you should let
There
Alisa
there are
have her
various ways
time
of exploring. Like you can travel the world, do masters. I don't know.
Masters
Vlog
exploring.
vlog ka muna, ganun. Food trip. Ganun. There's many explorations you can
Okay,
do.
so long story short.
Well, I mean, you'll obviously never get bored with me.
Okay.
So,
So long story short nga, you don't believe talaga in staying friends with an ex.
no.
Okay. Ako
Yeah.
depends. My answers depends on the
Yeah.
situation.
Well, I mean, everyone naman can say it depends on the situation.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying for like the mass majority of people, sure it happens na you can reconnect with like an ex, like lover,
Yeah.
ganon and stuff like that. But I mean, what are the chances of that compared to you just being toxic to each other?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it's much higher percentage
Gets.
of being like toxic.
Yeah.
Ganon. So yeah.
Okay. Well, at least now, I officially know that I'm not so special pala. Akala ko naman hindi ako makakasa shadow realm.
You'll
Dun rin
never be
pala
casted out in Shadow Realm because you'll never be an ex.
Okay.
Thank you guys for listening to this episode, and we'll hope to catch you in the next one.
Yeah, so you guys should let us know in the comment section if who do you agree with? Is it a depends or a hard no? Yung sa kanya talagang hard no.
Yes. We would like to hear your questions.
Thank you.
That's a wrap for this episode of He Said, She Said.
We hope you had as much fun as we did debating.
If you enjoyed this episode, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share with your friends and partners.
Follow us for more hot takes on love, life, and everything in between.
See you in the next one. Bye.